Right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Financial Independence Academy. So today we're going to be talking about something really cool. It's about making income with the stocks that you already have, and we're doing this by writing covered calls. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a quick overview because I'm assuming that you guys already know kind of what options are, not how they work, but what they are. If not, you should watch the "What Are Options" video on my channel first if you want to get more exposed to that and how they work. I'll give you guys a quick overview. So the options are basically a derivative. That means it's not like a mathematical derivative. Don't worry. It's derived from the value from the underlying stock. So when we say stock options, what we mean is the deriving the value from the underlying stock, and we're kind of betting on the prices. Okay. So a call is the right to buy a stock at a certain strike price, and one contract represents 100 shares. So whenever we trade options, we trade them in multiples of 100 per contract. And put is the right to sell a stock at a certain strike price, again at 100 per contract of the underlying stock. Okay, so if we are selling a call, which is what a covered call is, we are selling this right to other people. And we're compensated for this risk with a premium. Same thing with selling a put. We're selling the rights for them to sell us their stock at a certain price. Okay, so we won't worry about selling a put. I'll cover that in another video because it's a separate strategy. In fact, it's the exact opposite strategy. So we're gonna go over the covered calls. So why is this, such a great strategy, and why is this something you should be considering? First of all, writing a covered call. So when I say write, it means sell. It's a level 2 strategy. So options, if you guys don't know, is broken up into 4 levels. So this is a level 2 strategy, which means level 1 and 2 you can put in your RSP and TFSA. Now, if you wanted to sell a put, it's a level 3 or 4. I believe it was a 4 strategy, especially if you're writing it naked, and I'll go over what that means. Especially if you're writing it naked, you wouldn't be able to do that in your registered account. Again, options usually are more for margin accounts, but it's a lot more risky if you're using on margin because you can multiply your gains and you're able to play with a little bit more money. Okay, so how does a covered call work? You're actually making money on stocks you already own. So even if you're getting a dividend from them, you can write a covered call and receive more premium. Okay, so it increases your cash flow and it's completely passive, right? You just click once and you wait. The only work there is stressing a little bit about whether you made the right call or not. But we'll get into that later. You can make it very low risk for yourself if you want to. So what does covered mean? Covered means you already own the underlying stock. So what is selling a call? You're selling someone the right for them to buy your stock at a certain strike price. Okay, so obviously someone needs to offer them that stock, and you're going to be there, but the person that offers it, they're going to pay you a premium for that because you're not doing this for free, and you're not taking the risk for free. Okay, so we can also use this strategy to sell our stock, okay, and get more profit than outright selling if that's our intention. Let's say we don't want to lose our stock. We do want to lose our stock. Sorry, we're thinking about selling it. We don't want to keep it anymore. We can actually write a covered call for that strategy as well in order to sell it and get the premium. I'll talk about that in a sec too. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go step by step how to do this. Not manually, but I will show you step by step how you're filling out the fields, what they all mean. Okay, and you are also going to get an estimated amount of your passive. Okay, so here I chose TD because we're working on TD Web Broker. Not that I'm advocating for you to buy TD stock, but we're just going to use TD for now. This is also a good one to showcase because normally when you're writing a security, it needs to have an option chain. It needs to have volume for you to actually be able to trade in a liquid environment. Liquid means there is stock available for you to do that. Okay, so why? So I'll go over this. You guys should be familiar with this if you've seen my other videos. I've shown the option chains 2 or 3 times, so I'm not going to go over that. We're just going to go over how to fill a ticket, and then I'm going to show you guys how you're able to estimate your investment income from this, and you can estimate how much you're gonna make monthly. Okay, so if you're looking for a side hustle, and you don't actually want to go out and do deliveries and active work, you can do this. If you want to take a little bit more risk, you can make more too. All right. So right here we have our symbol. All right. So you're gonna type in the symbol of the stock that you want to sell, that you want to do a covered call on. Make sure that the volume, the average daily volume, is 1 million or more, because we want to aim from stocks that are 1 million. Okay, which means you'll have that liquidity. So these are blue chips, and these are also very very large cap companies. You have your Amazons as well on your tech side, and your Apples and stuff. On the U.S. side, the U.S. also has a better options market. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. If you're a Canadian investor, and you can also open U.S. accounts and trade in that if you so wish. All right. So we're going to choose our expiry date. You can do what's called weeklies. So right now it's December 11th. I did a bi-weekly so that I could just do this a little faster, but you can change this to December 17th, for example. Options expire every Friday. Okay, so if you're going with a weekly, so it goes every 7 days like that. Okay. Then we have our strike price, so $96. Then we're going to do call or put. Right now it's trading at 95.33, by the way, so I just chose the next available strike. Call or put, we're going to do a call because we're doing a covered call. On action, you'll see 4 different options. You're going to choose sell to open covered. It means you're doing a covered call. Okay. Quantity, you're going to put in the amount of shares that you have. Okay. And you divide that by 100, of course. So let's say you had 700 shares of TD. You would put in a quantity of 7. Okay. So that would be 7 contracts. You're going to choose your price type. I just left it for market for the purposes of the video, and the good till date I always leave 1 day, unless I'm trying to buy out further in the future. But you can set the good till date, especially if you want to be more aggressive with your ask. Okay, so what does market mean? If we look over here at the bid-ask spread, markets are closed right now, so it's probably not even like this, but the bid-ask spread is 48 cents to 62. So whenever you're selling it, you're going to be selling it at the most available bid, which is more than likely 0.48. And when you're buying, you're going to look at the ask. Okay, so here we're selling. So we want to get, when you're going to put market, you're going to be getting 0.48. If you want to hold out for a better price and you think it's going to improve, then you can set a limit, and then you can extend your good till date. But if you just want the money right away, you can press agree and send order. And then at the bottom, it'll show you this. I just kind of merged them together. So we have an estimated total of $317 premium. So where does this money go? This money will go directly into the account that you're trading on. In this case, I'm trading on this is a margin account that I have. So it's going to go directly to your margin account. And then in your holdings, you will see -7 for your options of a -7 there. But you'll still have your shares. Okay. So how does this work? What are the scenarios? All right. So you got the premium. You get the premium right away. You can do whatever you want with that money now. But you are now waiting for December 24th or the option to expire. Okay. So the best case scenario is it expires without hitting the price, so it does not hit $96. You get to keep all your premium. So that's the best case scenario. If you're able to do that over and over, you're able to keep that money. So now if we go back and see strike price of 96, maybe you want to extend a little bit further, but you'll be reducing the amount that you're making. Okay. You can also reduce the amount that you're staking, quote unquote, on the quantity, but then you'll be getting a lot less as well. Okay. So you can actually make this extremely low risk, but you will not be making too much. If you're okay with, let's say an additional $10 or $20, then you can take very little risk for that and get that. Or if you want to take a little bit more risk on being exercised, then you will be compensated premium, right? So that makes sense, right? More risk, more reward. So So the worst case scenario is it expires hitting the price or higher, which means that you have to sell your shares at that certain strike price. So that's not the worst case scenario. Let's say you bought this stock at $50, okay, and now it's at 95, and you get exercised at $96 for them to buy your shares from you. So you do that difference. You do the 96 minus the what did I say? 50. You get your $46, right? So you get your $46 per share profit plus that $300 premium that you staked. Okay. So it's not too bad if you want to write something more farther out. So let's say it does hit that price, then you're going to be making even more money, and you're probably not even that sad about selling your shares. Remember, you can actually go back into the market and buy these shares right away if you have the money. Well, you obviously will, because they'll pay you for it. You can go back and buy them at the same price if you want to keep having that dividend or that growth from that company going forward, if that's something you believe in. If it's something you wanted to get rid of in the first place and you just wanted to get extra premium, that's definitely great, and you just got an extra $300 just for selling your shares. So you can cover your commission fees, and that's maybe some groceries for the month too, a little bit. Okay. So there are many ways to win. You can expires without hitting the price. It hits the price or the higher, and you can buy it back, or you can just let them have it, and you can keep the profits if you bought it at a lower cost. Okay. So there are 100 different ways to win here. Well, there's only 3, but if you keep looking at the scenarios, there's many different ways to win, many different scenarios in which you win. So keep that in mind. All right, and now if you guys just aren't getting it on how the covered calls work, I'm just going to switch over to Paint. It's not that greatly done, and I'll show you guys these 3 scenarios that I've outlined. So in the first scenario, let's say it has not hit the 96, it stays around the 95. Then you will be getting your premium. So in the first option, if we look at it in a linear scale like this, then it stays at the 95, and you are getting your premium. You get to keep it. You already got it. You just get to keep it. If it does hit the 96, then it will be exercised. Okay. So if he goes to higher than that, it will also be exercised, and they can go ahead and sell the option there as well. Okay. Now at that point, right, you can make a decision whether you want to buy it back, or you can just keep the profits and the premium. Okay, guys. Great. So with that being said, that's all for today. So remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you guys have any questions, and let me know what else you'd like to hear about. Okay. Thank you, and take care.